Barrie house prices are falling. Do you need to be worried? We'll talk about it, but before we do, head down below and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to stay updated with all of our content, and leave us a like while you're at it. Comment, do you think we're right? Do you not think the prices are dropping? Who knows? We know. House prices in Barrie are falling, and it is the end of the world.
Not really, at least maybe that's what the headlines are saying. In general, what you need to look at is this. Semi-detached and detached homes, yes, prices are down. Condos, the market is flat. The inventory in condos is through the roof. There's over probably almost 275, 280 condo listings in the market at this time as when we shot this video. The good news is that first-time home buyer price homes like the townhouses, that sort of thing, there's a bit of an uptick on them because they're in a first-time home buyer price range. And what we're seeing is that because it is a buyer's market and more buyers are starting to get into the market, we're seeing that lower end is starting to buy some homes. The bigger challenge that we're having is that secondary buyer, that person that's going from that first-time buyer's home into the second home. And the reason why that is, a lot of it is the lack of confidence with the interest rate. Where is it going to be? You know, I'm going to take on another $150,000 or $200,000 in mortgaging. Where is the interest rate going to be at in 1, 2, or 5 years? And if you look at the long range forecasts, they're talking about prices going to be increasing at the end of next year, or of 2026 generally is what they're talking about. So, you know, is it, are prices falling? Yes, prices have come down from back in the crazy times that we were in COVID. Overall, you know, it's certain parts of the market are moving decently well. The rest of it is just normal.
The important thing to keep in mind is when you're buying and selling, you're more than likely doing it within the same market. So even if you are selling for a little lower, the property you're purchasing is probably also going to be available for a little bit less. And so at the end of the day, that just means less of a mortgage for you. So it's kind of a win-win in that sense. Obviously, the ideal is you sell for way more than the property is probably worth and you buy for substantially less than what it's probably worth.
But then you wake up from the dream.
Exactly. Like, it's not going to happen. And fortunately, just with the way things are, and for those who are unaware, the reason the prices soften and such, it's all to do with inventory. It's supply and demand, right? There are so many properties available that buyers aren't forced to pay what sellers are asking. They can wait, they can choose to offer something a little bit less, and then when sellers don't like that, it doesn't sell, and then it sits longer, and it just continues ad nauseum until finally it gets sold. This is part of what allows the first-time home buyers to get in because these properties have been sitting. The market in their properties has softened enough that it allows them to just walk in and purchase what they love.
And there is right now a bit of a pocket with the first-time homeowners selling their homes and getting a bit more money. And if you're in a position that you're able to make that move up, you know, the next step up, that price has softened a little. So
yeah, picture it like a wave. Right now, the wave is coming in. You've got all the first-time home buyers who are jumping on the properties that are becoming available. So you're going to see they had softened a bit. They might start picking up in price, which is then going to prompt more people to start selling, which is then going to cascade into the people buying like their move-up homes, which are lower, which you'll probably see to start pick up again, which it just goes and goes and goes and then settles.
the ultimate thing, guys, is to keep your expectations grounded. You know, what we see right now is that, you know, first-time home buyer market activity is really good. That move-up buyer market is a little bit softer. You know, keep in mind, watch what's going on. Watch the Bank of Canada rate. See, you know, that affects the overnight rate that they set affects the long-term interest rate for your mortgages. You know, the luxury market now is a little bit softer. So, you know, if you're in a position where you can do something with that, it might be a great opportunity. So instead of running away from it, maybe it's an opportunity for you to lean in if the timing and everything is right for you.
Yeah, and I think it's important not to get swept up in, you know, financial experts and all that stuff. Sure, they've got their job, but there comes a point where the forecasting, in my opinion, just becomes rubbing a crystal ball. And
Or paralysis by analysis.
if it makes sense for you to sell now, just sell. Like, there's no need to get super deep in this meta mind game of well, these professionals say this and these guys say this. Just look at the information that's presented to you, actual facts, not necessarily projections of 3 years out. Just see what's going on, what has happened previously, and move based off that.
When it's right for you, it's right for you.
Yeah.
When it's right for you, it's right for you.
Yeah.